The story begins in a present-day demon society where an owl brings a message from the Demon King Academy, which is conducting a test for young demons descended from the Demon King bloodline to reincarnate a new Demon King. At the training center, two new candidates, Anos Voldigoad and Misha Necron, are mistreated by a royalty, Zepes Indu, but Anos counters Zepes' flame attack with a bit of breath. When the test begins, Anos effortlessly defeats Zepes, shocking everyone because Zepes is royalty and should not be easily defeated. After passing the exam, Anos invites Misha to her home, but as he walks down the street to see her off, Zepes and his brother Leorg assault them. On the other hand, Anos remains unaffected by Leorg's magic, and after defeating Leorg, he reveals his true identity as Anos Voldigoad, the king of all descended demons. 2,000 years ago, Anos, a demon king tired of war with humans, contracts the hero canon and sacrifices his life to spread peace between demons, humans, spirit, and even God. In the present, Anos discovers how he was labeled a misfit because of not being royalty and comes to know the Demon King's name has been horribly misconstrued. He demonstrates his brilliance by increasing the strength of his teacher Amelia Llewellyn's spell. When choosing a team, he challenges Sasha, Misha's sister, and with his power defeats her, making her join his team. When Anos brings Sasha and Misha home, he introduces Sasha to his parents, who are surprised he got two females home. Sasha discreetly thanks Anos for helping her resolve her difficult relationship with Misha and kisses him as a friend. Anos comes to know about Ivis Necron, who is one of the 7 elder demon emperors created when Anos sacrificed his life 200 years ago and is now one of the people ruling this academy. Students must acquire magical objects from the castle for the next academy task. Because the castle has been Anos' home for the past 2,000 years, he was able to locate the magical object on the lowest level. Anos then permits Misha to take one of his possessions, the Phoenix robe, for Sasha's birthday, but Sasha stabs Misha and flees with the robe and scepter. Misha reveals to Anos about her reality as she will die when she reaches 15 because the person he thinks of as Misha does not exist and is sharing Sasha's soul. She then explains how Ivis split her soul into two to create one powerful demonic form ultimately. When Anos catches Sasha, she then opens up about how she lived her 15 years to the fullest and wants Misha to live the remaining life, and that's why she stabbed Misha, so when Sasha dies, Misha will not remember her. Anos, as a demon king, claims to rewind the past and make twin sisters live their lives, but soon gets interrupted by Ivis and the time god Hugo La Raveaz. Anos ultimately defeats Ivis and becomes able to rewind time. After rescuing Ivis, Anos returns all of his undamaged memories, revealing Ivis only betrayed him because someone was working for Alvos de Villa manipulated his memories. Anos then presents Misha a ring from his collection along with presenting Sasha a phoenix robe. Back 2,000 years, a swordman named Shin Regalia won a major victory for Anos and was given the power to reincarnate. Emilia announces the transfer of a renowned royal student known for his sword abilities in the present. Anos learns from a classmate, Misa Iluguru, about being Unitarian along with her other mates. The academy begins magic sword training where Anos and Lei Gladzuldi, a transfer student, are the only ones capable of holding the magic swords. Lei requests to join Anos' team, but he declines and challenges Lei to a match where he may join his team if he wins. The match between Anos' team and Lei's team, having Misa and Unitarians, begins. However, Anos eventually wins and thinks Lei is a reincarnation of someone from his previous life. After his match, at his home, Anos warmly welcomes Lei and Misa. When Emilia announces the magic sword tournament between Lei and Anos at the academy, Anos feels a motive behind his selection. Later, Anos encounters Melhesporon, one of the 7 elder demon emperors, who claims that his memories may have been destroyed at some time. He is certainly aware of Anos as the demon king of tyranny. While on an outing with Misa, Ivis gives Anos further information about the scheme devised for him in the guise of the magic sword contest. Anos encounters Krut Ladowell, the last tournament's champion. Emilia is enraged because Anos easily defeats Krut, who is her brother. Anos and Lei are confronted backstage and Anos sees something wrong, bringing them to the hospital where they meet Lei's adoptive mother, Sheila, who has spirit illness. Anos' mother and the Unitarian classmates have Anos' sword, and when Emilia orders them to give her the sword back, they deny, to which she attacks them. When Anos approaches, he stops Emilia and then cures all of the girls, including his mother. After killing Emilia, he resurrected her as a hybrid as a kind of punishment. Back at the hospital, Lei talks with Sheila and she encourages him to live his life as he wishes, but Lei leaves before Anos can return. The next day, Anos and Lei compete in the finals. When Anos defeats Lei in the Magic Sword tournament, Melheis has revealed as the mastermind behind the tournament. Melheis, Gaius Enzem, and Yudal Enzio challenge Anos, but Lei defeats Gaius and Yudal. When Melheis is questioned, he confesses to having Sheila, prompting Lei to leave the dimensional prison in order to save her. Melheis confronts Anos and Lei in an absolute space, but Sheila transforms into a sword, which Lei uses to slice the absolute space. The startled Melheis is subsequently confronted by Anos, who frees him from his hypnosis. Anos had previously told Kanon as he intended to stop the war, but he was forced to injure Jurga during the battle. Anos and his friends are currently engaging in a training match in the study hall. Anos talks with Melheis later that day, and then he offers Lei a sword which Anos thinks belongs to someone he knows. When the students arrive in Geradite 3 weeks later, Anos and Sasha visit Hero Academy Arklanska, where they meet Eleanor Bianca, a third-year student. Eleanor then informs them about Jurga Kanon, an exclusive group of reborn heroes. They encounter Lederano, Kanon Azechchen, Laus, and Kanon Jafor, two students who claim to be Kanon's reincarnation, which Anos questions. Eleanor informs Anos about Kanon, who was assassinated 2,000 years ago. The Hero Academy's representative, Ledranio, completes the work effectively on the first day of intra-academy lessons, whereas Rivest suffers. Ivas notices Anos later that night about some fresh facts he discovered during his inquiry. Afterwards, Anos, Misha, and Sasha go to a festival where they spot Lei and Misa on a date. The inter-academy tests begin the next day at Lake Saimi, and when Anos offers to take the exam, Rivest decides to do it instead. Rivest teams battle the Hero Academy students during the exam, but it is discovered later the Hero Academy cheated by mixing holy water with the lake water to weaken the demons. Anos uses a spell to evaporate the lake after rescuing Rivest's team, however, he challenges the Hero Academy students. In the next round of the inter-academy exams, Anos' team notices the Hero Academy students who put up a barrier which is raising their power. As a result, Misha constructs a castle, and Anos encounters another student named Zisha Kanon Ijeskia, who is reportedly Kanon's reincarnation. After that, Anos confronts Ledernio and Zesha, and the city provides them with energy to strengthen them. On the other hand, Anos fights back using his Unitarian classmates' energy. However, Zesha sets off a source explosion despite Anos' warning. Misha later goes to the temple, where she encounters an enraged Diego Kanon Ijeskia, director of the Hero Academy, who is stopped from brainwashing the students by Anos. Anos and Misha approach Eleanor after killing Diego, and she explains herself as magical. Eleanor then tells the truth regarding the Heroes Academy's establishment, its students, and the origins of the voice he previously heard, her presence in Kanon's death. They are confronted by a clone of Diego, just as Anos is ready to grant Eleanor's request. 3 elder demon emperors appear out of nowhere, accompanied by a mysterious man claiming to be Avos. A few days later, Avos declares war against humans. Meanwhile, Anos has a meeting with the remaining elder demon emperors, and his friends promise to help him. Later, as Anos' companions fight Avos' army, Anos chooses to face Avos alone, and when he does, Lei reveals himself to be Avos, the reincarnation of Kanon. After Lei confesses the truth about why he changed history after his death, Anos challenges Lei to a battle. Anos then permits Lei to kill him in order to end humanity's hate of demons. When Lei kills Anos and achieves triumph, he comes to know about Jurga, who was behind all of the human-demon war. To all surprise, Anos, Demon King, defeats Jurga and his friend Lei. After the battle, Anos and Lei reunite with their friends, and Eleanor becomes Anos' magic. And here, it ends with no war and everyone happily returns to the demon realm.